This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's the morning show on 95.3 WBCK. And here's Tim Collins.
8:08 now, 95.3 WBCK. And coming up a little later in this hour, we'll talk with Dr. Catherine Kelly, a Bronson physician at the Bronson Colon and Rectal Surgery Specialists in both Battle Creek and Kalamazoo. We're going to talk a little bit about the occurrence of colorectal cancer, and especially in the black population where it is higher. Also, Bobby Holly will stop by. Our community activist is putting up another campaign against gun violence. We've had a fair amount of that, and we'll talk to Bobby about what he'd like to see happen and how you can help and get involved in that. It's just about that time for the Walk for Warmth, and Chuck Asher is the Chief of Operations at the Community Action. He's with us right now, and good morning to you, Chuck. Nice to see you again.
Morning, Tim. Thanks for having me on.
Are you finding enough to do?
Yeah, I wish there was more than 24 hours in a day, but there's not. I guess I could go to another planet and have a longer day.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. The Community Action helps people in so many different ways, and one way that it has been around for, maybe not quite as long as Head Start, but in these parts quite a long time, is Walk for Warmth, that annual event to help people with heating assistance.
That's right. We've had Head Start for over 50 years, but Walk for Warmth is one of our signature events, if not our signature event, and we've been doing that for 36 years locally.
Yeah, I remember it started over in Albion, I think, kind of a small little low-key thing, but it just kept building, and it's been around ever since.
Sure. Now we have 6 locations in our 5 counties that we serve. We're still in Albion. Albion's one of our best events. In fact, this year we'll be at Albion on Thursday at 5 p.m. It's at the White House Nature Center at Albion College.
Excellent. In fact, a little bit of a change this year. Going to have more events scattered out, and not just on a Saturday, and a chance to be outdoors and enjoy it.
Correct. We decided to change it up this year, and frankly, it's due to the pandemic. Last year we were virtual. This year we've decided to be outside. Well, typically we do this the second Saturday in February, and it's not a lot of fun. We always walk outside, but it's not a lot of fun to turn in pledge sheets and do all those other activities. We have community speakers at all of our events. It's difficult to do that stuff outside. So in order to social distance and be in a more healthy environment, we decided to go outside. We haven't made a decision on whether this is going to be permanent or not. Maybe people will love this. I know September at Riverside Park is probably nicer than February at Riverside Park for an outdoor event.
Right, yeah. Be nice to not see your breath out there.
Yeah.
And I get the part of it, to do it in February when people are really suffering the most in the cold, and also getting really behind the 8 ball for, paying their heating bills. But because of this pandemic, a lot of people behind the 8 ball before they even get started on the winter season.
That's true. There's a lot of leftover need from last year. Going virtual last year, we weren't able to raise as much money. We have a lower goal this year. We're trying to be realistic about it. Our goal for Battle Creek itself, and we'll be at Riverside Park at 5 p.m. on Thursday. That's at 650 Riverside Drive, and it'll be at the Riverside Elementaries where the registration and events will take place. And it's a beautiful walking path there to walk, for people that are going to do the walk. But our goal in Battle Creek is $3,000 this year. Our goal across all 5 counties is $20,000. In the past, we've raised as high as $60,000. the beauty of it is it's that money stays in your community. So any money that is donated in Battle Creek will remain in Battle Creek. Any money that's donated in Albion will remain in Albion, et cetera, et cetera. We're going to be in Coldwater on Thursday afternoon at 11 o'clock at Four Corners Park. We'll be in Centerville at the courthouse in St. Joe County Friday at noon. And then next Saturday we'll be in Hastings at the Fish Hatchery Park. And in our new county, we've acquired Kalamazoo County, and we'll be over there at 9:30 next Saturday on the 25th.
Chuck, how much in donations does Community Action need to really help one family?
Typically, it's when we do analysis on how we assist people, it's typically about when people get to the point where they're asking for assistance, they're in a shut-off situation. So that varies depending on the heating source. I mean, propane is volatile as far as the price fluctuations. They can fill up their tank in November for their first fill, and then in February it can be significantly higher to fill that tank up. Natural gas is a little more steady, but typically $600-700 is what it takes to get somebody out of that crisis.
And hoping to help 60 families in the whole area?
Yeah. Typically.
Yeah. Well, it's certainly a great thing. It's been going on a long time. Hearts and feet providing heat, I guess you could say.
Yeah, and we've developed a lot of really good relationships to this event. A lot of community partners. We have people that we see every year at the walk that are dedicated to it. If anyone wants some information, a pledge sheet, for instance, they can pick them up at whatever their site is they're attending. They can get it on our website, which is caascm.org, or they can call our 800 number, which is 877-422-2726.
Yeah, people can just donate outright. They don't even have to do the walk, or they can come out and do the walk and get pledges. There are a lot of different ways, and that they can be part of this. And I imagine there'll be, even though it's September, there'll still be some hot chocolate around there, maybe?
Maybe. Maybe. And we might even make a run to get some if somebody requests it.
Well, that's great. It's 36 years that we've been doing the Walk for Warmth. And Chuck mentioned that website, CAASCM, or if you think of it this way, Community Action Agency of South Central Michigan, which
Correct.
it used to be called.
Correct. Well, legally, that's still our name, but it's easier to just say Community Action.
Yep. Community Action Agency, South Central Michigan, CAASCM. Maybe we'll get a link up there on our website so that people can just go to our website and get to yours and get that pledge sheet or call or whatever they need to do to be part of the Walk for Warmth.
That'd be great. And also, if someone chooses to go to the website and donate that way, it's not restricted to the event day. You can do it as from the comfort of your home when you're ready to do it.
Excellent. Well, thanks again to Community Action, Chuck, for sponsoring Walk for Warmth again this year, making it happen. And we'll talk to you again real soon.
Yep. Thanks for having me on, Tim.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer, he hears things differently. To the untrained ear, everything on his shop floor might sound fine, but he can hear gears grinding or a belt slipping. So he steps in to fix the problem at hand before it gets out of hand. And he knows Grainger's got the right product he needs to get the job done, which is music to his ears. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.